driving home. Okay, you can just literally write your own citation just like that. So let this be 127. Why 127? Just like that, just a random number, and then number. Okay, if I want, I can just write a number like 56. If I want, if the article has a DOI number or something, I can just write DOI. If you want, if you're doubtful on what these kind of numbers are, you can just refer. It's not a problem. Just type pages. Let me say that my article is extremely big, so I'll be write 1 to 100. Really, 100-page article? Forget it. No, forget it. Okay, it's too much. A 10-page article. And that's big. That's okay. Now here, let's say I got this done in 2015. 2015 and publisher. Now that's always a trouble for me. I don't know which publisher should I go for. Okay, let me go for Icarus. Yeah, actually there's a publisher called as Icarus. I think it comes under Village. I mean, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This way you have 4 entries. This is a dummy entry. I mean, but it can be used. With that, your bib file is over. And now let's see how to include this bib file in your LaTeX file. For that, to include the text file, what you need is that you need three things. First, you have to set something called as bibliography style. Now, what is a bibliography style is as follows. See, remember in Google Scholar, if when I were to cite some paper like this, we have a lot of citation formats like MLA, APA, Chicago, and so on and so forth. If you notice them, they are all the same contents, but they've written this in a different manner. Okay, here this one, all of them is slightly different. Okay, that's because each of them have their own bibliography references and styles. Okay, and that is what bibliography style is. As of now, I'm keeping it plain. There's a plain bibliography style, so I'm keeping that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to write my document here. Okay, and if I were to refer to that to some paper, just write cite, write \cite and refer to that ID name we gave to the paper. For instance, the first paper by Forget, which is about general circulation models of Martian atmosphere, the ID name we gave is Forget _ 1991. So give cite Forget _ 1991. That's it, and then you just keep on writing whatever content you want. So let me refer to all the papers. Okay, other papers like so what are these? By Giraj. Okay, where was it? Yeah, other papers. For instance, Giraj, and I cite this person name, cite, and if you see, when you include that, it just gives you options. Now I just write cite, and within the option I just write this ID name Giraj 1968 study. I copy that and where am I paste it over here, Giraj, and then some other one more thing, like yeah, Conrad 1975 thermal, Conrad, and then I type cite Conrad 1975 thermal. Also explain some research topics on Mars. Okay, now if I were to run this, okay, before we run this, there are a few things you have to keep in mind. Before we run this, you have to keep a few things in mind. Usually when you run a bibliography file, okay, usually set the I'll just tell you guys what's happening. Don't worry about this. I'll just run this. You see, when you run this file in the normal settings, you have a lot of question marks saying that forget question mark, Conrad question mark, Girash question mark, and so on and so forth. You have a lot of question marks over here. Why is it? Because in the document it's not able to get these citations these citations are not available. Okay, now that's why you're getting the question mark. So what you have to do is that we just have to include the bibliography file in the document. For that, what you do is that within the file just write bibliography references. The references is actually the name of this bibliography file. You don't no, the extension is not necessary. So you just run this once, and if you see, this references came out automatically, and there are a lot of warnings stating that citation forget underscore 1991, Girash 1968 study, Conrad, so on. They are all undefined, missing, and everything, and even you have question marks over here. So we've included the bibliography style, bibliography file, and all the citations were ready, but still it's not coming out nicely. Now, how do we set this right? It's simple. What you just have to understand how LaTeX works here. So when you do all this time when we did the LaTeX compilation, okay, there are different. We just use the basic compilation called as PDF LaTeX, wherein the LaTeX takes your text file and compiles it and produces a PDF file out of it. That's what it has done so far. But other than that, you have other options available in your text file, your text compiler, LaTeX compiler. It does a lot of other stuff. We'll see one of them. First, what you have to do is that we just have to go to this options and click configure text maker, and in the quick build, instead of this option PDF LaTeX plus view PDF, which we used to do all this time, instead of that, click this PDF LaTeX plus bib LaTeX plus PDF LaTeX times 2 plus view PDF. So what it's going to do is that first it's going to compile the file and produce a PDF. That's what PDF LaTeX does. Second, it's going to when you compile the file as bib LaTeX, what happens is that the LaTeX compiler will just go through the entire file, collect all the places where the citations are available, and it's going to create a table, kind of like a table kind of a thing, a list kind of a thing, and from the bibliography file, and it's going to keep a file ready. And then when you put then it compiles a PDF LaTeX file again. Now during the first compilation, what happens is that all the citations that the BibLaTeX took from the bibliography file, they take it and keeps it in a separate file. And then during the second compilation of PDF LaTeX, all of them will be placed in the appropriate positions, and the appropriate text files, appropriate citations will come on the bibliography section. So that's about it. So, and then finally we're going to view the PDF. So let me keep this and I click OK. Now what happens is that you don't have to compile them all of them together. When you set in the configurations, we just set the quick build command to this. This itself is sufficient. So if we just run this quick build, there are some errors. What's going on? There's an error in line number 13. So what is that error? Yeah, okay, I think the comma. Yeah, that's important. If you don't separate them with commas, then LaTeX will throw an error. Okay, and we're done with that part. So if I were to compile this again, you see, there you have it. After two compilations, the numbers are done, and the references are ready. Okay. Now the numbering is when you do a plain formatting, what happens is that the numbering goes in a normal manner. So let me comment this out. It's mostly alphabetical order. Okay, there is one more style called as bibliography style, and it's called as, I guess, alpha. Okay, let me go and comment this out. Now let's see how alpha style looks like. If we were to comment all this, it gives a different kind of commenting, a different kind